So for those of you that have been watching the new Smoke Show series, the originals, I hope you're enjoying it. Those of you that haven't been following along, make sure you go back and check out previous episodes. It'll give you a lot of good context and historical information. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, follow. Give us a list of other people you'd like to see interviewed. I mean, these are all people that I've known for decades and decades, so the conversation's gonna be a little bit different than the 18-year-old guy interviewing the guy he doesn't know. This week's episode, we feature Craig Paisley and Lisa Kubo. Lisa's the queen of Hondas, you know, down to the tattoos. But Lisa's the queen of Hondas. We've seen her go from the Volkswagen Fox to the green Civic to the very colorful pastel orange and green crazy Civic that she had, to the Saturn. I mean, Lisa was the first girl racer in the import scene, so it's sort of like all the ladies now that enjoy the celebrity of being a girl racer, hey, Lisa was the first. I mean, Craig, if you say a New Yorker with a big mouth, well, he ain't the first, but if you say a New Yorker with a big mouth that raced the Supra and paved the way to Supra racing, then it's a toss-up between Craig and Vinny. I don't know Vinny that well, I know Craig, so I know it's a competition between those two. We were able to get two of the biggest mouths, one from the East Coast, one from the West Coast together, see how many times they can drop the F-bomb, and let's see how many times they can get kicked out of a venue for smoking. Without further ado, I introduce you Craig Paisley, Lisa Kubo, and these are their stories.
The story was when Paisley, well, they were still East Coast and West Coast, but they brought the import, the front wheel drives to NHRA, and it was me, Lanny Higa, I forgot who was rear wheel drive.
Oh, okay, that's
Remember?
the first time,
And
yeah.
The first time Paisley,
Pomona.
when he saw me, because, right, we were like,
We set import racing back like 10 years ago.
yeah, we did, we really did.
fucked up.
But Paisley, every time he walked by, I'm freaking with fisticuffs with people, freaking ready to fight.
She was talking shit to everybody. So we're at like a
They were
NHRA
attacking at
national
me.
event. And this is probably 1990 something?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
95,
99?
96.
I don't know. I don't know what year.
96, 97.
But we're in an NHRA national event at Pomona, right? And everyone comes and looks at my car and like, oh, okay, that's what it should look like. You know, car
Yeah,
with big
tires on the back.
Big tires
Yeah.
in the back, little tires in the front. No one's talking shit to me. They never seen no Honda. So she's there with Lenny's from Hawaii.
Yeah,
right?
Lenny Higa, yeah.
So they're all like looking at that car like it doesn't make
That's when that
sense.
kid, I was telling the story, kids spit in my freaking engine bay.
She's telling everyone they're old.
yeah. I
Talking
was
shit
a
to
20
everybody.
I was like 23.
Yeah, she's tough. I didn't touch it to anyone. She was talking shit to
So
everybody.
basically after that, it was like, hey, like, yo, we're going to be freaking friends. So after that, we were like,
I didn't say
fucking-
that at Pomona.
No.
No.
What did you tell me?
I don't know. I don't know what I told you.
Then what the frick is he talking about?
Yeah.
That's
I
bull.
don't know.
That's freaking.
Yeah, she was great. She was a crazy West Coast girl.
So after
yeah.
that, it was just, then I kind of
That-
joined in with the East Coast side.
Yeah. Once
I've
we
been on
started
the strip
traveling,
clubs and all that shit with these motherfuckers. Like,
I don't think we traveled the country that much at that time. When we
No,
went to
once we
NHRA
went
event.
pro, then we were on the East Coast a lot more. So that's when we were always together.
So that weekend at the NHRA event, it was me and this guy Tito that had a Porsche that pulled big wheelies in third gear, right? And I had my Supra. And my Supra ran hard at this time. I got it dialed in, everything's working. I left it out here and I left it at each cast and they're like, oh, we fixed a couple things for you. I'm like, all right, well, you know, like they changed my hoses on my intercooler pipes, these new custom purple ones. I'm like, oh, perfect. Looks beautiful. Thanks, guys. Put new cages in my car. Oh, thank you. Like I give a frick, you know, but whatever, they did all this shit. So go out to the race. I go to the line. Tito does his burnout, welds his clutch to the flywheel, and he can't reverse. Oh, he drives straight down after the burnout, and they don't see him go. Me, I put it on the two-step. The intercooler pipe, the hose popped off on the two-step, on the transfer. So I let go, and I ran like 12:20, right? But these NHRA guys, like, oh, that car probably runs 12:20s, because cars that look like mine at NHRA events ran 12:20s then, you know? But meanwhile, if you'd run, I was probably running, I don't know, maybe low nines at that time or something, you know?
But we never been on conditions like that.
Yeah,
Me and Lanny went up to the line. We were so excited.
So,
like,
yeah, these two pull up afterwards.
We were still stock axles.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
both
just-
axles on the starting line.
Me
Because
and Lanny.
axles didn't exist. That's how
There was no axle.
That's
right?
how long ago this shit was, right?
No,
And then
there
you're
was no
racing
drive
with
shaft.
you're
No,
racing
there was
with
no.
prep.
Yeah, top fuel prep.
Yeah, we're racing
like any
big
national
show
event.
prep. Big show prep.
So when we're coming back down the return lane, my friend Tito in the Porsche, he told me, he goes, he's coming back down the return line. Everyone's
Frick.
you cursing him out, throwing shit at him, right? I don't know, maybe the Hondas too. Maybe they didn't curse because they're like, all right, it's a 12-second car, but we definitely did not do our job.
I got
that weekend.
Jim Skelly will still say he'll never forget the time because here I am, I'm like freaking everybody's at me. So now I've attacked whoever comes to me. So they really want to freaking kill me with my Honda that broke its freaking axles at the line with the stupid. I just ran 9s in Joliet like 2 weeks prior, so I was like, good. That was the first 9-second pass it made. So I get to the end track and Jim Skelly was down there. I said, Skelly, is there another exit out of here? I was like, they're gonna go on a witch hunt for me. He's like, no, Lisa, you have to go through there. I was like, frick. So we had to go all the way back. I tell you, we ain't never packed the damn trailer in the car up so fast. I don't even think the shit was strapped down, hooked up, freaking gone. I was like, because they hated the Hondas. They hated it.
Fricked up.
Yeah.
Lisa, is the car still green at this time, or is this when it has the custom paint on it?
No, it would have been. It was
Green.
Green.
Yeah.
No, remember it was
When she
Tahitian
first
green.
brought it
and
out,
then
it was Tahitian green.
when it went to no, it wasn't on the East Coast. You wouldn't have remembered that color. It went to the East
The
Coast.
Honda. I don't remember any Honda. All I remember is two
Frickin'
idiots in a Honda that broke axles at the starting line. That's all I
Frickin'
know.
frick.
These Hondas, they're pieces of shit.
This
Seriously,
motherfucker.
they never get down the track. They break the axles. They drop oil everywhere. The
Frickin'
shit breaks every
frickin'
ass.
frick.
What are you guys thinking? Come on. That's a Honda.
I was actually always jealous of Lisa's frickin' Hondas. That's why I talked all that shit.
You see what I had to endure my entire racing, and we wonder why I talk shit.
This guy's just
and
walking
we
back
wonder,
and
and we
forth. He's
wonder.
walking back and forth waiting for me to light my cigarette up. That I think
They made you like this.
Yeah, they made me like
Oh my-
I'm freaking scarred. Look at me, I'm being like
Wow.
fucking padded white walls, talking about freaking the old school days. Frick these motherfuckers.
on the East Coast, we were all rear-wheel drive guys. Really, honestly, back then there were very few
Because you
front-wheel
had
drive
all Puerto
cars.
Rican cars, all that
Yeah.
came from there. Hondas were West Coast. That was really big on the West Coast. East Coast was always big with all the rear-wheel drive cars. That's
I mean,
100%.
we had some Honda guys that are my friends, so I'll say they were around. You know, like I don't want to disrespect them, but overall, it was a California thing.
Yeah,
we didn't have that.
California. We were big with Hondas.
So that's the racing background. That's the
That's
connection.
how,
here.
us too. And
Okay.
wait, I always say Paisley and my birthdays are on the same freaking day. May 11th. We're both May 11th. Uh-huh.
Maybe that's why we're both.
And that's why we're both stubborn, freaking hard-headed, shit-talking
Wait, you guys
motherfuckers.
are Taurus.
Taurus.
Oh. Can't tell y'all shit.
Nope.
I guess not.
Nope.
Wow. That's a trip.
That's why he doesn't see authority with the guy with the fucking walking back and forth.
You gonna
I
do
mean,
it? You gonna do what
I'm
you
gonna do
gonna
what
do?
I'm gonna do. Yep.
And everything works out in the end. That's what people don't understand. Everything fucking works out in the end.
You
Get in
guys,
trouble, it's okay. In the end, if you do it right, it all works out. You know?
No, that's sweet talk.
I look back at things like we didn't grow, at least me, we missed the internet,
Yeah. we
right?
didn't
There was
have
no
that.
YouTube.
No.
There's none of that shit. If people had videos of your car, it was done on a VHS tape,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I feel that if I did the shit I did back then with the internet, I would definitely be a canceled person. 100%. There's no way I could survive. Like, I did the craziest shit. Like, I got away with it.
Look, I was always good enough behind the cameras. I was like, blah, 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 fuck this, fuck that, da, da, da. Just like I talk. People tell me, Lisa, you'll cuss too much. Look, you need to frickin' cover yours then, because
Yeah,
that's
she's
how I
got a
am.
dirty mouth. I thought I was bad, but she's bad.
this is like you have it. Sure, you have it.
So I think I'd be able to talk my way out of being canceled because I just know how to do that well manipulation. That,
Yeah, me, I can't.
That, you know, I may be one of the guys, but I still have that feminine gene in me that I can manipulate very well. Very well. I'm very good at doing this. I don't think I'd be canceled.
I mean, there's so many stories about me.
The frick we were just talking about in there.
Never
You call
really
my car.
happened, you know. It's like I don't remember doing this, you know. It's like
Yeah.
I hear these stories of shit I did. I'm like, I didn't do that, you know. It's like, but I don't know.
Lisa,
Maybe I
share-
did, but I couldn't have forgotten it.
Share an epic Paisley story that he may not remember.
I'll remember.
Epic Paisley story.
Is there a moment at the track?
There's probably 50 moments in her mind that she could bring him back that most people would think like that's crazy, but that was daily life.
Yeah.
It was walking
I
out.
can't even.
During racing was different. So there's racing, and then there was post racing,
Oh,
right? So they're very different, right? And then there's racing, then there's post racing life, and then there's post COVID life. Post COVID life sucks.
Yeah.
COVID
Frick.
the world up, and
Frickin'
sucks. You know, everyone
Frickin'.
hates each other and this and that.
No, we didn't hate
I was
it.
telling her I feel like a fish out of water, and she was like the same
I
thing.
feel fish
Right?
out of water in California.
Yeah.
Just here in California.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
Shit's different.
Yeah. Cali just doesn't get the same anymore.
No, not
That's
at
why
all.
Florida's definitely the place. Like, that's the hub for everything. Go, bi-coastal and just go to Florida. I mean, that's where all the racing is. And that's, for some reason, I think there's so much history with, like, us with racing to see our industry and to see that because it died and then it came back and it's so much stronger, like that beat hits again in the heart. So that's why I was like, you think I want to freaking waste what should be my retirement, my facelift, all this shit on a race car
You
again?
got a facelift?
No, I want to, but I can't because
The
I'm putting it in
money.
the race car.
Yeah.
Facelift. This boy, he was about ready to rip me in half.
He was like, wait.
No, I was
bitch,
checking it out.
I
I was
know,
like, oh,
I
Yeah, that's
know.
what Paisley was
pretty
like,
good.
wait, Lisa.
I know. Yeah, they did a good job. So no, it hits differently for me over on the East Coast. It always did though. I always had the best times over on the East Coast. Always did my
Yeah,
best
because
over
he
there.
hung out with me.
Frick yeah.
Right? So she would
Look, this-
she would just follow me to whatever
Frickin'
door I
This
walked through.
motherfucker be like,
She'd be on
go
my
with
tail.
me, bitch. Go with me, bitch.
No, come on.
You-
You make me look like I'm an asshole calling you go with me, bitch. I'm not rude. I'm
Oh,
nice.
motherfucker.
I'm not rude to you.
This
So-
motherfucker. Okay, go ahead. Keep going with your
I don't
stories.
remember. She just followed me everywhere like a little sister, you know?
Yeah.
I
Like
love-
on my tail. Like if I went through this door, she was on my tail, made sure she went through the door too. Because if you're not on my tail, you're probably not going to get through that door. You better
Frickin'
stay close, you know? And she
I
was
had to
close,
learn
so she went
quick.
through all the shit.
I saw the shit. I saw freaking. Were you there with the? Well, we should have had one Rado out here with us with that freaking bar brawl and Nopi. Yeah.
It's normal day.
Yeah, normal day. Bar brawls. And you just end up in limousines and I remember certain things.
We're gonna pick that one up. I'm gonna get Chris out here, or we'll meet Chris
I was like,
for another one of these
sadly,
stories.
there was some Honda people inside that thing too.
Oh, I would have remembered that.
Yeah, see, there was some Honda guys in there too.
The only Honda guys I remember, the only Honda people I remember Lisa, right? I remember Steph, because I used to race Steph.
Yeah, you used to race.
So back in the day, when Steph brought out his tube chassis Honda, it raced against my Supra. For years, it was always me and him in final round. So I know Steph super well for the Honda guys. But I know like Bergenholtz and all those guys, but I don't know them well. Like I only raced Steph, right? The other guys I raced as the sport developed were all rear wheel drive guys. So I know them. We had some interesting characters through the rear wheel drive. But all the front wheel drive stuff and the stories I hear, I didn't really know about these guys. I hear some crazy stories about front wheel drive guys I met, but the life they had on the West Coast is wild. I just know about the life that people had on the East Coast,
Right.
I was never included on the West Coast life. It was always the East Coast life for me.
These
Really?
guys had gangs. Like, we didn't have
Frickin'
gangs.
Yeah.
Like, they would go
Well,
out to
that's
street
the truth.
races.
That's
They were
the truth.
gangbangers, right? And, I've had people in my life that I love dearly that I met out here that have worked with me, and all this stuff. And I hear stories about them when they were younger, like, no, that's not him. Like, yeah, that's him. I'm like,
West Coast.
really? Like,
Yeah.
frick,
West Coast was different.
West
you know?
Coast.
serious.
West Coast.
I'd come out here, and stay at my friend's house, and every person that came over would put his gun on the table when they got
Yes.
there. And they're like, oh, how many of your friends got guns? I'm like, none of them. It's like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, it hit
didn't
different,
run
yeah.
like that. We caused a lot of trouble,
Right.
but I don't know, it was different kind of trouble,
Yeah.
Here it was
The West
serious
Coast
shit.
guys, it's like the weekend you're out street racing, and
And believe me,
Monday
we
night
had
you're doing a home
we had
race.
guys in
Same
the
day.
racing thing back east that were up to no good, but they were my friends too. Like, they weren't up to no good to me.
Right.
To me, they were just normal fucking people. I don't care what you say you did. Like, who you are is who you are. They were good to me.
Man, I'm gonna sit you guys down. I'm gonna get some drinks. We're gonna really dig in one of these days.
Jeez.
Cause y'all holding back. You guys see
It's how,
so
you know
much
what?
shit.
To think about everything, because it was all those years to think about everything.
Yeah, it started early.
Yeah, yeah.
It started early. Like I
I'm
built
over-
my car. There was no such thing as like import racing. There was like Battle of the Imports kind of thing, but that's
Yeah.
all Hondas. But like when I built my car, it was only designed to promote my shop. I was going to go to Englishtown, which is my local track, and run there on Friday nights, you know, and promote what I do in the business. But it took me so long to build because I couldn't afford to build a car, you know, so it took me a while to do it. That when I was like kind of finished with it, all of a sudden this import racing thing happened, you know, and boom, I happened to have a car. Like perfect, good timing, you know, so it's all about timing. You know, and pretty quickly it went from gonna promote the shop, you know, to oh no, now we're going racing, fuck the shop, you know, like
Yeah.
probably another mistake I made, you know, forget the thing that really got me here because the racing became such a big part of my life. I probably spent, there were years when I was, every weekend was on the road, you know, whether it was a race or an event that I had to go to or somewhere I had to be, it was like, okay, there's 52 weekends in the year, I'd be out for 48 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there were a few years like that. So it was busy. And when you're that busy doing something, you forget about everything else, you know? But it was like a wild party everywhere I went, you know? It's crazy.
Out of Berkeley, California, they do the prep on the car. Skunk2 does the engine. An incredibly potent package. Make sure he gets his first ever career win.
It was the 90s. There was so much money in the 90s, you know?
90s, early 2000s.
The 90s were where all
was
the money was.
wild.
Like,
And we were all like a freaking bunch of like 20, you know, mid 20 to late 20-year-old kids.
I was older than these guys. So I'm,
Very little though.
how old are you?
I'll be 50 in May.
Oh, yeah, you're old too.
Yeah. Bergenholtz just turned 50. I was laughing. I'm like, do we realize
Bergenholtz looks like
the Honda guys are all going to be
Bergenholtz looks
turning
like
50?
he's like
you know?
75, 80.
Yeah.
His brother though, Ed, looks good.
Yeah, Eddie turns
like
50.
Eddie looks
No,
young.
Eddie turns
like
50.
Eddie,
Eddie
we
turns
went out
50.
to dinner. Eddie got on the phone with his brother on FaceTime, showed me his brother. I'm like, yo, you can look old. What happened, Rob?
No,
but
Eddie
I've seen
turned
him so many
50.
times since then at like drift events. Like he's still got a lot of energy.
Oh, God.
good to
Ron will
go.
never lose that. He'll never lose that spark. But yeah.
Ron's personality is unique. He's got like a spark that I can't really like put my finger on.
I couldn't imitate it even if I tried.
Yeah,
No.
it's unique.
It's like Charles. It's like
It
Charles
is
Madrid,
like Charles, that
which
like
is the exact
youthful
same
Like
way.
Charles, I
It's
don't know from the
exact-
racing shit either.
Really?
Frick. No. Like there's so many people, like this is what fricks me up. There's so many people in the industry that I don't know them from industry shit. So I'll go places and everyone's looking at me with this look like I know this guy. And I'm looking at him like deer in the headlights, like
Why
I
is
feel
it
like a dick,
stalker?
right? Because I don't know who the frick you are. And I'm sorry, you know, all this shit. So like that's been a real trouble for me growing up, you know, like not knowing who anyone
I
is.
get to see somebody more than 5 times
Yeah.
and I'll remember them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you said I was following you around. I was like, who is this guy? It was like the Dos Equis man over here, the most
Most
interesting
interesting
man.
man.
Huh.
I learned
Let's
to
see
get
what
in
kind
a
of
lot
shit
of
show.
doors. I learned to get a lot of places, like a lot of places that were impossible to get in, I would walk in. And it's not because of who I was, just because of who I presented myself to be when I got there, I guess, you know, because I didn't ask
He'd
for
be in the
permission.
White House if he
I just
could.
opened the door, you know, and somehow they let me in. It's like, frick, thank you.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You fucking definitely walk in somewhere. Why don't you just walk in the White House? Just, you know.
Who wants to go to that
Frickin'
shitty
No.
place now?
No, I don't.
frick.
Me.
So since the racing days, we've known Dave. It's always like
So, like,
it's
when
Shaggy.
did you meet him? What part
That
of the
would've-
racing days?
That would have been early before I was in professional. I met Dave. So that was, what is that, the late 90s? Yeah, late 90s.
Okay.
So late 90s. So we've known each other for that long.
And you just crossed paths at the track, or it was like you needed help?
No, they were racing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he's like a brain, so he'd be talking like with the team, with Gary, with all that, and the brains would get together. Anytime it takes like concentration and brains to think of something, that I'm out of it. I tap out, like done. I can't. So that was their thing. So I've known Dave. I mean, we've known Dave forever.
I mean, I don't know when I met Dave. It was probably a business thing, right? It probably wasn't a racing thing. I don't know. It might have been a racing thing. I know Dave brought my car to California. So we went to a race in Virginia. Frank had a battle of the imports, right?
Yep.
So we went down to Virginia and Dave was there. So I remember I had Dave, he had a 2-car trailer with 1 car in it. He took my car to California. So I didn't have to do that, you know? So I just paid him to do it. That's the first time I had probably seen him at the racetrack, but I knew him from before that. You know, I didn't go up to him like, hey, take my car to California through business. But I don't remember when it started, but it was more of a business thing. But we didn't do Honda stuff. He was a Honda guy. And on top of that, he was a normally aspirated Honda guy, which is even dumber. Like, okay, so you're going to go around in a front-wheel drive car.
Frickin'
Whatever. Then you're going to go around with a normally aspirated front-wheel drive car? Like, so come on. You're never going to be close. That's why they hate me out here. True.
We endured this all the time. It was abuse. It's like a constantly abusive.
At least Lisa had a turbo in her car. You know?
Lisa was going fast.
Yeah, she was. I
Frickin'
kicked Ara's ass at Virginia, and I lost all the
frickin'
like notoriety from it because she went some stupid 200 mile an hour.
No,
Who gives a fuck?
200. I didn't
Sixes
like that.
or some bullshit
Sixes.
record she broke. And then whatever I did that weekend didn't matter. Like, because she went 6s.
frick.
Sevens.
Yeah. 7s, is that what it was?
I ain't seen a
Fuck.
6-second front-wheel drive yet.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
That's
I thought you were building a new car to drive.
not a freaking chassis car.
Oh, all right.
Lord, they're already expensive enough right now. Freaking chassis car, rear-wheel drive.
Top memorable achievements or records in your
Oh
tenure.
my God.
First to do. Give me all of them. Don't be humble.
The most top notorietable one would be the first of the 7s. First front-wheel drive in history to run 7s. And that's coming up 20 years. Holy fuck. I mean, I have nobody has 4 championships in front-wheel drive back then. So 4 championships, not back-to-back because 1 year took to build the pro front-wheel drive car. So 4 championships. 3 were in the Civic and 1 was in the Saturn. I don't even like. There's a lot of shit. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to go off the top of my head because I mean there was like things like we did that they weren't doing, like the type of notorieties that we were getting. Being on MTV, me and Steph were on Flipped. It was an MTV show. Me and Rado were invited to go to the Hot Rod 50 year of Hot Wheels. So Barry McGuire invited us. So me and Rado got to present the Corvette and induct the Corvette into that. So we were sitting at a table with like Perry and like we're like, holy fuck, okay. Like we rolled up on red carpet and everything. There was so many, like a lot of things like you just don't see because we don't have the magazine. It wasn't a magazine. It's only on, if you search the internet. It's so hard. There's so many things that, I mean, I don't even know. Like, look, I'm like trying to really think about what there is, but I mean, obviously.
We didn't achieve shit. That's the bottom
You know
line.
what?
We didn't achieve shit. Who gives a frick about the Peterson
Put another
Museum?
your mouth and shut up. This motherfucker. Look at him. It's like a fucking heckler. This motherfucker. I don't even fucking know. I don't know this motherfucker. What you got him on here for? Keeps getting fucking busted for smoking cigarettes. It's like I see the broad doing this shit. I'm like, what is she asking Paisley to come over and
Frick.
Who's that? You gotta point out when that imputation happens. I never noticed that. Like, I went to the track one weekend in Acco, right? With my friend that never came to the track. So he came down, local track. And he's like a dog. He's talking to all the girls and all this stuff. And he's like, yo, you bang all these girls? I go, no. He goes, oh, I tell them I'm your friend and this and that. And they're all fucking want to get together with you. I'm like, get the frick out of here. Like, who the frick am I? You know, it's like, I didn't pay attention to any of that shit. I came out to California. I was shocked. Like, these Asian chicks with these, like, they didn't look like that in New York. Like, Asian chicks in New York in the 90s, they didn't have, like, asses and bodies and
They didn't
curves.
have BBLs back then.
I don't know what it was. Like, I came to California and it was different, right? So I remember I went to this like import auto salon. Remember those?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So it's the first time I saw Asian chicks signing like posters and getting paid for that, right? So I'm at this table and these chicks get paid like $20 to sign like a poster of them. I go, you make $20 to sign that? She goes, yeah. I go, yo, that's a racket. And they all hated me, you know? I was like, oh, it's crazy. Like, that shit didn't go in New York. New York was all about the racing.
Oh yeah.
100%. It wasn't about...
This was the lifestyle here. Cali was the lifestyle.
I
It was
told
all
all my
way
friends
different.
in New York how different it was out here. You know, it was wild.
New York was hardcore.
Import
Yeah.
model was a whole genre of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York was hardcore.
Yeah, I never...
Well, back
never
east was hardcore.
yeah.
Very hardcore.
None of the girls I went out with even
Freaking.
cared that I raced,
Well,
right?
I've walked around. I won't even mention names because they're not even standing here because I don't want to put them under the bus. I've walked around my trailer one time and I was getting excited to go visit. I see one of the racers with another one of the racers pinned to the trailer by his freaking neck.
Who?
But I'm not going to say who because they're not here.
We'll bleep it out.
And had the fucking trailer.
Oh, well, probably.
Yeah, see? But yeah, that's how it was. They were still friends. That's what you would see. Like, bro, they would, like, back in the day, if you got stepped out of line, somebody might freaking, like, slap you. And
The best
you
was, the
know,
best was, like...
There's plenty of guys that slapped other dudes before.
We went to another NHRA event, right? So we're at another national event, and it's like George and Steph racing each other in maybe final round, right? So I don't know what I told. Oh, George like did some fucked up thing when he went to the starting line and like felt like Steph burned him down and all this shit. So he came down. I didn't even see the race, but I heard him complain about it. And I told him, yo, I can't believe you let that punk
Steph,
set you up at the starting line like that, you know, burn you down. He got mad. He ended up going there, punching Steph in the face off of what I said. Steph to this day. He's like, thanks for that. I go, yeah, no problem.
no.
You know, they were so
George,
angry.
George,
Just me talking shit.
George got wild with Scranton too, remember? And
No, I
where
never read it.
somebody burned somebody at the lights, and at the end of the track, and Ara had to go down there and stop it. Fucking Scranton was getting out of the car. Fucking George kicked the fucking door, kicked him back in the fucking car. Like, they were wild. Like, those were good times. That's why when you see me around at the track and I'm sitting there and I'm dreaming off in another land, just thinking about, gosh, damn, if somebody burned one of the guys down at the lights just the way that guy did, they'd be fricked up at the end of the track.
I mean, there's a set of rules.
Yeah, it's
right?
courtesy.
You break the beam. The other guy has 7 seconds to break the beam.
Yeah, second.
Hey, if you can't figure out how to do this, you're
Frickin'.
an idiot if you get burned out at the
Frickin'.
You built your car wrong if it doesn't work, you know? Like, I'm going to take every advantage I can at the starting line to
Frick.
you up.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
that's where I always have an
I did
advantage.
that with freaking
I'm out of the hole.
I fricked him on the light, but he
Life.
caught on.
It's called drag racing.
Yep. I double bulb Nelson. Boom, right when you go stage. Then I went into, or you go pre-stage, I went into stage Nelson. As I heard his engine go up on the two-step. And as soon as he pulled in, his stage bulb turned on. I had rolled into deep stage, trying to get him to think that he was fucking late at the lights and hit the light and hit the throttle, you know? So I was like, oh, frick, he caught on. But yeah, Jim Epler was like, we were practicing with scooters in the frick pits, Lisa, if you do, and then the last words that Epler had said, he goes, if you red light, I know you frick tried. I didn't red light. I didn't get Nelson a red light either. But we know tree games, so I you know, just sitting and watching like how people race in tree games, I'm like, man, you guys don't even want to frick around. Like, I'm a woman. I hold things for fun. I hold it for freaking good. Like, you know, like I'm gonna keep twisting that knife. Like, yeah, I give it to you, but I'm gonna keep twisting it time after time again. But I just, you know, next week. I didn't forget who the frick I was. I just aged, but I didn't slow down.
So when you met Dave,
Dave always talks shit. You should see. Oh my god.
So that's not
Back
how
then.
I remember Dave.
Oh no, he didn't talk shit back then.
No,
Then-
Dave was a
Frickin'
bitch.
No,
No, he wasn't a bitch. He was like this religious freak, I guess. I don't know. He didn't curse.
No, yeah, he was Mormon. He was Mormon.
Mormon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
wasn't a
never
freak.
cussed,
Like, I'm
he
not
never
calling him Mormon a
drank.
freak. I'm sorry, but whatever it is. Dave didn't curse. Didn't do any of that shit. Didn't drink. So
Yep.
when I met Charles, Dr. Charles, like I knew him from racing. He was always racing, but I didn't meet him till he came to New York. And then Dave called me like, "Yo, let's go out." You know, I'm like, "All right, I'll take you guys out." You know, like I always took everyone out in the city when they came to New York. And that's the weekend I met Charles. I fell in love with that fucking guy because he was like so genuine with everyone that I met, and I brought him around like people. We got fucking trashed, and it was cool. Like he was good people, you know. So
Yeah.
good for him. I wish I knew him when he was racing, but I didn't.
Oh yeah. He couldn't. I mean.
And then Dave, one day, like while this happened, while I met Charles, I still think Dave wasn't drinking. I brought people to places where there was a lot of drinking.
lot of
There was
drinking.
always a lot of alcohol involved in New York. Usually, like at dinner, there'd be like 4 bottles or 5 bottles of alcohol, like
Might be at that
vodka at dinner, right?
strip club steakhouse that we went
So,
to.
so he didn't drink back then, but now Dave is a different person. Now Dave
Yeah.
is not a Mormon, I guess,
No.
or something. You know, like I don't know what happened. All I know is I met Dave later. I'm like, who the hell are you? You know, it's like, oh my god, it's like, what happened to you?
I hear this story about this like underground like Greek restaurant, and it was like bottles, like it was like hella vodka.
It's not Greek. It's a Jewish restaurant
Okay.
in Manhattan. It's a Romanian restaurant. It's called Sammy's. It was around for like 50 years. Didn't survive COVID, unfortunately. But it was a place I got brought to for a birthday party when I was I was a legal drinker, so after 21. But some kid brought me there. I had never been there. But I became like the mayor of that place after I discovered it. Like I had so many frickin' parties at that place. And epic things happened in that restaurant. Like there were nights where I was naked because I had to strip down because I was covered in water from these spritzers from this. Like there's all kinds of weird shit happening in this place, right? And
See, the East Coast was always where it was at.
it was like one of the toughest restaurants to get into, like on a Friday night, Saturday night. But it didn't matter if I had a party, we're going there. You know, they always had room for us, type of place. You know, so it was one of these cool locations that involved a lot of alcohol. And to me, alcohol is like a truth serum. You find out a lot about people
Yeah.
when they're
Frickin'.
drunk, right? So we would take people there and get them trashed and find out who they are. You know, and I always had a skill of inviting the race teams that were at Englishtown. I'm like, oh, let's go to dinner in Manhattan. I got this spot, right? So I take them there, and they're my competitors. They have to be up tomorrow morning,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
So it's very hard, even if you think you're not going to get drunk, to not get drunk here. So they bring out bottles of vodka in blocks of ice. Like the vodka comes out like syrup, you know, into your glass.
Frozen. Damn near frozen.
Frozen. And you'll be there with like 5, 6 people, and at the end of dinner, there's 6 empty bottles of vodka on the table. You know, it's like, okay, it's one of those places. So the next day, other teams had a problem waking up for the next day for racing. But me, I was always ready to go. You know, it was like, we went out a lot in New York, you know, it just seemed like every night. People tell me stories, and I'm like, oh, that was just every freaking night.
I would, after the season was over, I'd miss hanging out with these guys so much. I'd fly to the freaking New York.
That's when she discovered what it's like to walk out of a nightclub when it's daylight.
Yeah.
Like, okay, not only daylight, it's already afternoon. It's like 2, 3 in the morning when we're 2, 3 in the afternoon when we walk out.
Freezing ass cold.
That's after racing. I didn't do that.
Yeah,
during racing.
Wow.
yeah, not during racing, but yeah. I
That's
would miss the
that's a
lifestyle.
post life, which is a wild, crazy post life.
It wasn't like the racing, and then we only saw each other when Paisley moved here. No, we all always saw each other, hung out, got in some sort of fucking trouble. Always in fucking trouble. Everybody's so close. Like we all that were real close then remained close. So I think that was the best.
Hi, what do you
Does
need?
anyone here have a vape?
No,
I
but
didn't-
yeah, she's got one. There you
You
go.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit it. Go right ahead. It's grape ice.